What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Open Door Hypnosis TV. I am Shara Prophet, certified hypnotherapist, speaker, teacher, and coach. Today we're going to be talking about the theory of mind. And this is an explanation of how your mind works and how hypnosis works with the mind. So let's get started. This blue circle represents the mind. And when we're born with a primitive mind. And the primitive mind's sole purpose is survival. Within the primitive mind, there are two responses, and you've heard of these before, the fight and the flight response. Now, the fight response is how you react to everyday stresses. So maybe you've had a really bad day at work and you couldn't lash out at your boss, but you come home and you pick a fight with your spouse. Now, the flight response is you're retreating from everyday stresses. So maybe you've had a stressful day and you come home and you take a nap, you turn your phone off and you unplug from the rest of the world, all right? Now, from the time that you're in your mother's womb, so from age 0 up to about 8 years old, we start to form what we call known associations. Now, these known associations include things like, I like chocolate cake. I love to ride my bike and I like to stay up watching television really late. Some of the other known associations that we associate with negative knowns would be I hate Brussels sprouts, I hate rainy days, and I hate when it's time for me to go to bed because I like to stay up late. Now, in this section of the mind, we refer to it as the subconscious, and I like to call it the CEO because it rules 88% of your total mind power, and it controls all of your automatic behaviors. So as you can see here, sometimes what we associate with the known association, we associate it with pleasure. And things that are unknown, we tend to associate it with a feeling of pain or fear. We fear the unknown, and that brings about a sensation of pain. But sometimes, even when we are engaged in certain behaviors or patterns that are not necessarily healthy for us and may actually be causing us pain emotionally and physically in the body, we associate it with pleasure in the subconscious programming because it is something that we already know. It is a known association, and what is known brings us pleasure, whether it actually does bring us pleasure or not, and what is unknown tends to bring about fear and pain. So, when you get a little bit older, from the ages of about 9 to 14, you start to become a little bit more discerning and you start to form your critical mind, or what I like to call it, the secretary. And I call it the secretary because the critical mind filters new information that is trying to get to the CEO, that's trying to be implanted into the subconscious programming. Up here is the conscious mind, and this is what I like to refer to as the advisor, because even though most CEOs have an advisor, they don't necessarily listen to them all the time. The CEO's word overrides the advisor. And as you can see here, the conscious mind only rules about 12% of the total mind power, which lets you know that most of the time, the subconscious mind, the 88%, is overriding anything that the conscious mind desires or is trying to get changed in the subconscious programming. So here in the conscious mind, this is where your logic, your reasoning, your analytical skills, your decision-making skills, and your willpower live. And we all know that willpower does not necessarily work for us when we need it to, which is why if you've been smoking for 25 years and that idea comes into the mind, and it checks in with that subconscious CEO programming and it says, hey, we want to quit smoking because we're going to be healthier, we're going to be able to work out more, and our family and friends will feel more comfortable around us if we quit smoking. All of this is a very logical, reasonable decision to make. However, the willpower is not going to do anything for us if the subconscious mind says, you know what, we like to smoke because it makes us enjoy our meals better. Okay, that after meal smoke is the best. When I am bored, I need to smoke. When I'm at work and I need to take a break, I need to smoke. When I'm with the kids and I need to step outside and breathe for a minute and relax, I need to smoke. When I get stressed out, I need to smoke. All of these things are associated with a very pleasurable sensation that we get from smoking. So therefore, that idea gets kicked out of the mind altogether. Okay, and the subconscious mind is saying, absolutely not, we're not quitting smoking because it feels good, we like it too much. And the cycle continues. So you must be saying to yourself, well, if I'm enjoying smoking so much, then how come I feel this sense of dissatisfaction? That is because the conscious mind and the subconscious mind are not congruent in this particular situation. The conscious mind is telling you we need to quit because of X, Y, and Z, but the subconscious mind is saying absolutely not, we're not quitting because it brings us a lot of pleasure. This is what we know. We know what smoking does for us. What we don't know is what's going to happen to us if we quit smoking. So there's the fear of the unknown, which brings about an expected sense of pain, okay? Because what's going to happen when I'm drinking my wine and I don't have a cigarette? Am I going to enjoy that activity anymore? Are my meals going to taste the same if I can't smoke a cigarette after I've had a phenomenal Italian meal? What am I going to do when I'm at work and I need to go take a break? Am I just going to stand outside and just stand there? It's going to happen when I need a moment to relax, when I need to take a deep breath, when I need to get away from the kids, when I'm having a stressful day. Because we don't know yet how to replace that old known association of what the smoking brings. We don't know how yet to replace that. Again, that unknown, that fear of the unknown brings about a sensation of pain for us, which is why it's hard for the subconscious mind to agree with the conscious mind and say, yes, let's quit smoking. Well, thankfully, that's what we use hypnosis for. And how does hypnosis work in this particular situation? All right, so we already know that hypnosis is just a focused state of awareness. I like to call it the learning state because you're in such a deeply relaxed state physically that you are open and able to receive new suggestions, okay, and to learn a new behavior, which is quitting smoking or creating a new association to relaxation and taking a break, okay? So how does this work? We use message units, and when I say we, I mean the hypnotherapist uses message units, okay? So message units are things in your environment. So you would be hearing the sound of my voice, maybe some soft music playing in the background. You'll also notice that your body and your nervous system is becoming very, very relaxed. And also the conscious mind and the subconscious mind will be focused on my voice, will be focused on some object or idea. And all of these message units coming into the brain is going to overload the brain. And when the brain gets overloaded, what happens is this critical mind, this filter, the secretary, takes a little nap. And while that secretary is napping, a gateway is opened up through that critical filter that gives me direct access right into that subconscious CEO. So I get FaceTime with the CEO, and I start to implant new, healthy, beautiful suggestions that start to change these painful unknowns to possibilities and start to change them into positive known associations, okay? So maybe the suggestion would be like every time you need to relax, you're going to take a deep, deep cleansing breath, and you'll take 3 deep cleansing breaths, and that's going to bring you instant relaxation. And because the subconscious mind is open to this new suggestion, it has a better chance of being rooted into that subconscious programming. So this is the way that you can begin to change those old negative behaviors into new, healthy, positive behaviors. If you guys have any questions about the theory of mind or about how hypnosis works with the mind, please leave any comments and questions in the comment section down below this video. You can always email me, Shara@opendoorhypnosis.com. You can shoot me a text or give me a call at 202-203-0266. Please be sure to check out my website. It's www.opendoorhypnosis.com. There's tons more information on that website. Be sure to sign up for my monthly newsletter as well. If you go to the website, there will be an automatic little pop-up registration box right there on the website page for you to fill in your information, and that way you'll have access to my monthly workshops that are going to be online, and they're completely and totally free. You will also be able to hear about all of the fantastic discount sales and new products that are coming out, so you will have first glance at all of that, and you'll always have access to all of this information whenever you need it. Be sure to comment and subscribe here on YouTube as well. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well, okay? I love sharing information with you guys. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I look forward to actually seeing you and you seeing my face in the next video. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and remember that you are the key to a new you.